What's good, YouTube? It's Seafood Smo here, doing a little stream. Got something on my mind I want to talk about. Not gonna be too long. And the title of this video is "Should Women Be Cops?" Right? And this is kind of a response to the situation with that woman cop where this chick mistook a gun for a taser, right? Meaning she pulled out a gun and shot this dude thinking it was a taser, right? Now, me personally, I think she's full of shit and lying, but this just goes to show you that I don't believe women are fit for law enforcement, and women should stay out of law enforcement and not be cops. Like, I don't think it's just not their place, you know. Oh, that's really sexist, and a woman can do everything a man do, blah blah blah. No, you know, there's a reason you don't see a lot of women soldiers in the military because women aren't fit for war. Women aren't fit. Women are too emotional. Women are too emotional, and women are naturally empathetic and caregivers. You know, there's a reason women can't go into a village when they're in war, you know, where there's kids and all that, and women, and they can't, because of their feelings and their empathy, they can't go in and slaughter the enemy without feeling some kind of, sorrow, you know. Same with, women officers, you know. You have a lot of these women cops out here trying to talk a criminal with a gun. Oh, put the gun down. Or, I seen a woman cop one time, right? I seen a woman cop with this 15-year-old kid who had a machete, right? She doesn't pull out her gun. She don't do nothing. She's like, "Oh, honey, calm down. Put the gun down. You're a good guy, you know." You know. She gets 2 feet away from him, Charlie with the machete slices her knee. She's like, "Ah!" You know. It's like, yeah, he's got a fucking machete. You see, that's the problem with women, is they're too empathetic and emotional. You can't talk when you're in law enforcement. You just can't, go off your emotions and talk, you know, the criminal out of doing whatever. If the guy's holding a machete, you can't talk him out of fucking, you know. Yeah. So I think with this situation, like, how do you mistake a gun for a taser? Like, and I'm not saying women should stay in the kitchen, but I'm saying they should stay in the kitchen. Because, I mean, it's just where, because I think women are just too empathetic and too emotional. The law enforcement, war, it's not for them. They don't know how to handle certain situations, Just like that situations where I seen that cop, this 15-year-old meth addict is out here slicing people. She's like, "Oh, honey, put the machete down. Oh, it'll be all right, honey." Like, no, you take out your gun and shoot that meth head in the kneecap till he puts the machete down. Now you have a sliced kneecap, And then that you'll have and on the flip side of that, you'll have the lady cops or whatever who thinks, they're Amanda Nunes. you know, and they'll try throwing down with this 360-pound, you know, Muay Thai fighter, get their ass beat, you know. Then they decide to pull out the gun, you know. Like, oh, you know. Like, you know, it just women are not physically, and that's another thing. Women aren't physically put out to compared to a man. You know what I mean? You know, this thing with equality, like, oh, a woman can do everything a man can do. It's like it's not realistic. You know, you know, you're not going to see a woman cop go and take out a you know, a drug cartel. You know, because they can't physically do it. You know, I've seen some I've seen some hot women cops though, but it's neither here nor there. You know, even in the police academy, in the police force, you know, the women aren't even required to do any physicality tests anymore. It used to be if in the military and in the police force, even the women had to do the same requirements the men had to do. You know, you got to do 20 pull-ups without stopping. You had to do, you know, 50 push-ups in a row. You don't even have to do that no more. You know, I guess now the requirements in the law enforcement for women is just to have a nice, a big set, a nice rack. You know, sorry, you can't knock a fucking criminal out with your fucking big ass titties. You know. But like I said, this just goes back to where our society is ass backwards, you know. So, um, in my personal view and opinion, I think women should stay out of law enforcement and the military. They're too emotional. They're too empathetic. They don't have, you know. There's a reason in the Vietnam War there weren't any women soldiers because they wouldn't have had the balls and the guts to do what they did to their enemies in there. They would have sat there and cried. They wouldn't have been able to do it, you know. So that's my thoughts on that, man. It's a sad situation, but you know, our society's fucked, man. Go make me a sandwich. Oh shit.